Hey everybody, how's it going? It's been a long while since the last video I made. I think I was driving my Mustang that I had. Since then, I've had that S10, a 93 240SX hatch, and here's what I'm driving now. This here is my 89 Jeep Cherokee. It's got a 3-inch rough country lift on it. I've been pretty satisfied with it. I have owned it for like 4 days. But it needs some work, so that's what we're going to be doing in this episode, is we're going to be doing some work to the Cherokee. Alright, so as you guys can see, the Jeep isn't quite perfect. It's got some rough spots though. One thing I do think is funny is right here, we got the slammed enough sticker. The dude I got it from, he's into slam stuff, so he threw it on there. One thing that is weird about this thing, this is my radiator fans. This guy has a off-roading setup on it and everything. He's got the fans hardwired and a bunch of other stuff that he's done randomly. But I do think that it has had another motor in it, because just some of the stuff that's been done to it, like this is some vacuum here, and as you can see, the harness has been unraveled, which that's some of the stuff that we're going to be addressing today in the video. Is first of all, if you can see, this boils over for some reason. I don't know if but the car doesn't get hot. So there's a couple things that could be. That could be, worst case scenario, that could be my head gasket starting to go, and exhaust getting into the coolant system and the radiator and all that, and then bubbling out through my reservoir. Or it could just be that my cap isn't holding the pressure inside, so everything's just starting to boil. But it won't do it while the engine is running, which of course makes sense because it's coursing through and it's not going through the overflow. But as soon as I shut it off, the overflow floods up, and then it starts bubbling, and it's only boiled over once because I forgot to turn the radiator fans on. So I don't know if that did my head gasket in or what, but that's something we need to take care of, definitely. Also, if you don't know what a death wobble is, a death wobble is pretty much where the wheels shake violently back and forth on lifted Jeeps with straight axles, and this is what I think is causing it. As you can see, the end link for the sway bar is coming in contact with the spring, and I can actually move the sway bar to a really scary amount. So that's what I think it is. It's either that, or my steering has some play in it, which it does, but I don't think the steering shaft, I think it might be the steering shaft, but I don't know. Well, we'll try and see what we can do about the death wobble, but if we can't find anything, then I'll just have to leave it there. But let's go ahead and get started with that coolant. Alright, so I just filled up for a second time. I dripped a bunch, but let's see down here. Oh yeah, so it's got coolant in it now, and when I shut it off, it's probably gonna go away because I feel like it needs more than that. But let's hear. All right, so we found a couple more things with the Jeep we need to fix. We got the coolant situation taken care of. This right here is dry rotted, and that's why I had to change my air filter. It was getting oil in it. Still have to figure out our vacuum and wiring situation to clean all that up. Coolant should be taken care of, as I said. I'm going to go ahead and pop an oil change in it because that's not too good. That's pretty black. So we're going to fix to go get some more antifreeze to put in it and change the oil.
And Daniel's leaving out Sunday morning to do something. Sunday night. It's an intricate scheme involving killing stuff.
Yeah. That's relying on this guy that always seems to change his mind.
No, every time I rode up there with him, he's been all right.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying keep in touch with him.
About what?
Making sure he sticks to the plan.
Oh, actually go.
You run off.
He ain't gonna forget me go home.
Yeah, he would.
But
No, he wouldn't.
I think he would.
He didn't the last time.
Okay, but I think he would.
Surely he can't forget. Now you're just gonna jinx me right here. Well, surely he won't forget a person. He remembers.
woo, slow down, slow down, slow down.
What?
You're gonna overfill. Give me another bucket. No, let's go. No, don't win. No. No. A lot of people always forget this part. What you need to always do is like take some of the old oil, spray it around on the new seal of the new oil filter. I know you taught me that, but people don't do it. Makes me sad. It's like common sense. Let her on easy. You don't want to break your crap before you even got your crap back together. And the other thing is, don't put it on too freaking tight. Just hand tight's tight enough. Let's get on there really good by hand, and it'll be tight enough. Alright, that should about do it for the oil filter. What?
Where do you want the top?
In there.
Early manner. What? Really? Alright everybody, so here's where we stand on the Cherokee. We got the coolant situation fixed. We topped all that off, ran the heater with it, filled up the heater core, and it's mint now. What turned out happening was the cap was warped in the seal. Somebody packed two in there to try and get the pressure to stay in. So what I ended up having to do was I put epoxy, well not epoxy, I just put some sealant on there, some, I think it was red, some red, and it's high temp. So I put some of that on there and put one of the gaskets in there. It's in the best shape, and it held perfect. I got it up to temp and everything, drove it around for about 30 minutes. The other thing on the list was the oil change, which I decided to do because it looked completely awful. So I got that knocked out. That took probably 20 minutes at tops. It was just the fact that my drain pan had a hole in it, and it got literally everywhere. But besides that, I ran out of daylight, as you can see, and wasn't able to do my wiring tuck like I wanted to and find the cure for death wobble. So next time I see you guys, I'm going to be finding the cure for death wobble and tucking the rest of my harnesses. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. I decided to name it Project Jeepskies because I really like putting skis on the end of things, like twin turb skis. That's a pretty good one. But so, Project Jeepskies, hitting y'all up next time. See ya.